Hey everyone, Nut Free Mama here. Today I'm going to show you how to make keto chocolate bundt cake. Alright, let's start off with our ingredients. First you're going to need 5 large eggs at room temperature. Then we need 3/4 cup of some kind of sugar substitute. I like to use Monkfruit, but you can use anything you like. Then we need 1/2 cup, which is 1 stick of melted butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/4 cup of heavy cream, and you also want that at room temperature. And then we need 2 cups of some kind of flour substitute. So I'm using Carbquik. You could use almond flour if that is something that you could use. I can't use that. Then we need 1/3 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, and you want that scooped and leveled. And then a tablespoon of baking powder. So all of those ingredients are for the actual cake. Now for the cream cheese swirl, we're going to need another 1/4 cup of some kind of sugar substitute, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, another large egg, and then 8 ounces of cream cheese softened. And then for the chocolate ganache, we need 1/4 cup of heavy cream, which I don't have out yet, and then 3 ounces of some kind of sugar-free chocolate chips, whatever you want to use. I like to use the Baked Believe, you could use the Lily's, and I'm using semi-sweet for this. Alright, let's get started. First, you want to take your bundt pan and spray it with cooking spray. I spray mine all down the sides. Make sure that you really spray that. And then you're going to preheat your oven to 350. Alright, next I want to take my butter and put it in a microwavable safe bowl, and I'm just going to melt that completely. Alright, now I'm going to let my butter sit here for a couple minutes because you do not want to cook your eggs. So in a large bowl, I'm going to whisk together my eggs, my monk fruit sweetener, my vanilla, and my cream. And then I'm going to add my butter in and mix that in as well. Alright, that looks pretty well combined to me. So my butter has cooled down a bit, so I'm going to add that as well. Alright, that looks nice and combined, so I'm going to set that to the side and start to work on my dry ingredients in a separate bowl. Alright, so in this bowl I have my 2 cups of Carbquik, my unsweetened cocoa powder, and my baking powder. And I'm just going to whisk that all together till it's nice and combined. Alright, that looks pretty combined to me. So next I am going to slowly add my dry ingredients into my wet ingredients. And just give them a mix until they're all combined. Alright, I mixed mine with a whisk as much as I could, and then I just got a spatula and really incorporate everything together. And your mixture will be really, really thick, but we just want to let this keep combining and just stir it together for at least 2 minutes because you want to allow all the fibers from the cocoa powder to absorb the moisture. Alright, that looks great to me. So next we are going to just dollop and spread half of this into our prepared bundt pan. Alright, half of my batter is poured into my pan, and next, in another bowl, we are going to beat with an electric mixer our softened cream cheese, the rest of our monk fruit sweetener, the teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 egg until it's nice and fluffy. Alright, my cream cheese filling is ready to be added. I beat mine on the electric mixer on a medium for about 1.5 minutes, something like that. So next we are going to go ahead and dollop this into the middle. You just want to do it in the center. Be sure not to touch the sides. We're just going to dollop it all around. Alright, that looks pretty good to me and really yummy. So next I'm going to carefully add my remaining batter on top of this. But try to be careful not to get the cream cheese part on the sides. Alright, I added my second layer, and as you can see, I didn't really have enough, and my cream cheese is still showing a little bit, but I don't think that's going to matter. It's just more of a swirled look. So let's go ahead and get that into the oven for 55 to 60 minutes, or until a toothpick comes out clean with no cake crumbs. Alright, my cake just came out of the oven, so we are going to let it cool in this pan for 10 minutes, and then we're going to invert it onto a cooling rack and let it cool completely. Alright, my 10 minutes were up, so I just went ahead and flipped my cake onto my cooling rack, and like I said, we're going to let it cool completely, and you can see some of that cheesecake in the middle. It looks so good. And then we'll get to work on our chocolate ganache as well. But we're going to let this cool for a little while first. Alright, now I'm going to get to work on the chocolate ganache. So I have my chocolate chips and my heavy cream in a small saucepan, and I am just going to heat that over medium heat and just keep stirring it until it is all melted and it becomes shiny. All right, that looks nice and melted and shiny to me. So I'm going to remove it from the heat and let it sit here for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. And then I'm going to drizzle it over top of my cake. And I put some wax paper, so if there's a mess, I can just remove the wax paper and clean it up easily. All right, my ganache is more like more of a thicker frosting. So I just kind of dolloped it on there and spread it out a little with a spoon. Let it run down the sides a little so it looks really cool. So next we are going to cut into this and see what taste tester thinks. All right, I cut into my cake and you can see the cream cheese there in the middle. So we are going to see what taste tester thinks. Hey, taste tester.
Hi.
Have a little taste.
Okay. Damn, enough for now. That's good.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
All right, everyone, come back and see us again. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.